All right. Thank you, everybody. Ian Loew of Lform. At my last presentation, Danny Wood loved that I opened with a joke. Where is Mr. Wood? Anyway. It's probably So, the joke, I'll pose it to you, Mr. Vreeland. What can you call a dead polar bear?
I've got lots of words.
Anything you want, because he can't hear you. Ba-ba-bum. All right. Anyway, that was a bad one. Yeah, I got a couple giggles. It's not my full-time job, thank God. Okay. So I'm going to be talking today about large language model optimization. What does that mean? Who here this week has used ChatGPT? Raise your hand. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about AI. So, all right, moving on. So, what was search at one time? Which it's still, people still use search. Essentially, they got links. You type in, I'm looking for a low voltage supplier. I need installation of Cat 5, right? You pop it into Bing, you pop it into Google, you get a bunch of links. The paradigm shift has occurred. We have seen a drastic drop in SEO results, meaning clicks from search engines going to people's websites has dramatically declined. In Gartner, they have cited 25% reduction in search volume coming from search engines. Why? Because people are going to AI engines. We got Perplexity. We got, obviously, ChatGPT, the 1,000-pound gorilla. We got Claude. They go on and on and on. What's that? You got Grok. Yes. You got good old Elon's AI. So, ultimately, brands need to be discoverable in AI search engines. That's what it comes down to in this day and age. Now, this is all new. This all started back in January. I kid you not. This is when all of a sudden, so to speak, excuse my language, the shit hit the fan. So a lot of agencies are trying to figure this out. The tools are not very good, to be perfectly frank. So ultimately, what are people doing? They're having conversations with these chatbots, right? And they're requiring less interactions with the search engines. So ultimately, the #1 rank on Google, which was guaranteed, leads and interactions with your website, that's not good anymore. No one really cares about that. So essentially, it's about models that can parse and quote it. Okay. So let me go to my cheat sheet here. My apologies, because this is all very new to me too in the grand scheme of things. So with SEO, it was all about links and intent mapping. That has completely changed. It's really about large language models ingesting, meaning caching your information on your website, interpreting that information, summarizing that information, and then attributing it to you in their results. So you might have heard of AEO or GEO, or now as I'm calling it LMO. LMO is the way to summarize everything that's going on in this day and age. So some key principles. Conversational clarity. So you want to be able to provide answers. You want to be able to have authority and citations, so expert resources, data, bylines. Long-form content, that is key. So for years when it came to SEO, I told my clients, content, content, content. You need to have 1,200 plus word pages on your website. It seems ridiculous, but the tricks of old have now become new again. Ultimately, it's user intent alignment. How are you going to solve their questions or their job? It's not the keywords anymore. Any questions, sir? I want people to interrupt. Yes?
Are you penalized for using ChatGPT to create the 1,500 word pages that it then uses to then
No,
prioritize you with?
absolutely not. If it is factual and it makes sense and you are editing that, now if you're just copying and pasting and throwing it up on your website, absolutely not. You need to go through it, and then you also need to cross-reference that information, make sure it's factual, and then you need to link it to other information. So that's what the search engine, I should say, the large language models love.
Are there new or different tags that you use to get better results?
Absolutely, and we'll get there, yes.
Versus SEO tagging.
Yes, David.
So in today's world, it seems like it's evolving and moving very quickly.
Very quickly.
So the old is now the new is the old, and so on.
Correct.
In 6 months from now, whatever's happening now could be different. The websites that you're building,
Correct.
Are they, are they evolving, or are they able to change to what is needed going forward?
So what we're finding is that we need to take a lot of the old content and add to it. That seems to be working very, very well. The other thing that gosh darn errors. One of the other things that we're finding is that ultimately you need to re-review your content and then also cross-link it within your website. So the search engines understand, okay, so let's talk about you, David. You provide financial advisory, right? Talk about a niche within financial advisory. Buying equity, I don't know, talk to me. What is something that you're retirement income planning. Within retirement income planning, what is something that you're an expert in?
Strategies to produce income.
Strategies for producing income. Okay, what is a question you got the other day about retirement income? What is something that you really know a lot about?
Return my assets into income.
Okay. Can you write with the help of ChatGPT, right?
Need the help of ChatGPT.
Well, I mean, I'm telling, fine. You could write literally, it could be a Word document that's 5 pages long.
Shit, I could write 20 pages.
Great. Put that on the web. I'm not joking.
My question though is your website. So
Yes.
Like now, if we're looking to build a website,
Yes.
do we wait or do we build one that can continue?
It's not about the web. So the thing, the answer,
over time.
it's not the website anymore that's so important. It's actually the content on the website. So people, and we'll see this shortly. So I'm going to show this towards the end of my presentation. Red Clover is not my client, but they hired a company that did it the right way for local large language model optimization. We'll get into that. Okay, all right. So the key players are ChatGPT, which is OpenAI, everybody knows, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google Search, which are AI overviews. So if you go to search, just the normal search engine, Google, right? The thing that pops up sometimes are AI overviews, that's what they're called, they're long answers. And then we got Claude. Ultimately, I love ChatGPT for giving me some quick answers, but when I'm going deep research, I love Perplexity. Everybody should try all these engines. They're great. Someone mentioned Grok. I like Grok too for conversational stuff. So what LMO can do? It can increase, the inclusion in the answers that AI is spewing out. You can earn citations and referral traffic. So people do click on those. You'll see them in the results, little links there. Some people do click on those. And you can build brand authority as a source. So what can it do? It can't create demand out of thin air. If people aren't looking for the answers for a specific item or service you're selling, sorry. So for instance, if you came up with a great invention and no one's ever heard of it and doesn't know that that's the problem that's being solved for, you're not going to be able to all of a sudden pop up in the AI searches. So, and ultimately, it's not going to replace your conversion strategy and then overnight results. You're just not going to have overnight results. It's impossible. It's a long-term game. So what are 5 strategies? I'm going to go over these really quickly. So you really want to audit your brand presence. You want to conduct a search on think about what your potential client base is literally going to be typing into AI searches. What are they going to type in? I'm looking for a financial advisor in the New York City metropolitan area that can help me with my retirement.
I know a guy.
You want to provide structured content. That's where a web designer like Morgan comes in, where you have to use schema, you have to use H1 tags, H2. You have to basically tell the AI engines that this is the information, this is the hierarchy of the information. You have to, yes. Oh, how many minutes do I got? 2? Okay. You want to look at your competitors, obviously. You want high quality sources. The facts matter, believe it or not, and multi-channel presence. So I wish Lauren Reich was here, but PR is actually really important when it comes to AI, believe it or not. ChatGPT actually has deals with Vox. I mean, I'm sure people know Vox and other major media channels. So strategy 1 through 2 is how, brand analysis, map the questions prospects may ask. There is a bunch of software out there that we use. SEMrush is one of them. MarketMuse is another. User intent content. Believe it or not, FAQs. A lot of people poo-poo FAQs on my website. Do them. Do FAQs. It's a really simple page that you can develop and search. AI search engines love it. Schema was developed by the search engine several years ago. It basically wraps code and tells, this is the author, this is the title of the article, so use schema. Conversational phrasing, basically you want to talk like a human, believe it or not, on your website content. Strategies 3 through 4 is overall the how. So you want to monitor your existing, obviously, what your clients or competitors are doing. You want to look, again, it goes back to experts. You want to be the expert. And then, believe it or not, like participating in online forums like Reddit. Google AI overviews really rely on Reddit, believe it or not. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. YouTube is great. If you're on YouTube, if your company's on YouTube. So what's our pricing? Our packages start at $2,500 a month, go up from there. It depends on how fast you want to do this and the overall scope. Ultimately, it's all about assessing what you currently have, planning, producing, measuring, and then reiterate, just doing over it and over again. Would love to work with anybody here in the group. Our specialty is really B2B services, so thank you. That being said, I do want to just show, like I said, Red Clover, sorry. Red Hat's a Linux. So I typed in this prompt. Here, let me zoom in here. I'm a small business looking to grow. I currently employ 8 people and looking to grow to 16 in the next 2 years. Our headquarters are based in New Jersey. We're looking for an HR consulting company. Who do you recommend? And it gives me a whole bunch of stuff. And there's Red Clover number 1. However, let's shift that and let's change the question a little bit. And the only thing I did was, we're not based in New Jersey. That's all I put. I changed the query, the question, right? And all of a sudden, who's number 1? Not Red Clover.
No. Oh, well.
But you're on the bottom of the list. So that's my point, is what everybody should do tonight, tomorrow, next week, is start thinking like your potential client base. Start typing in the questions. Create a Word document, a Google Doc. Start piping them in. Figure out what the results are. That is going to help whoever you, and hopefully you hire us, but that's going to help you tremendously in starting to formulate a game plan in terms of next steps. All right.
Thank you, Ian.
You're very, very welcome. Questions? I know I have no minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are no questions. Well done. Was that in depth?
It's very cursory.
Does
So.
anybody have any questions? I mean, I'd love to learn more about that Red Clover HR. That's another conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ian.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you, guys.